What's going on, guys? Tonight is WrestleMania 28. It is finally here. All the build up, all of the work between Cena and The Rock, it's finally going to be concluding tonight, as I've been looking forward to this event for a very long time. I went to Raw after the Elimination Chamber, which is when really things started to heat up and storylines started to progress a little bit as WrestleMania drew near. And I'm just very excited for the pay-per-view tonight. And I just take a look at the match card, and it is so impressive. This is exactly what a WrestleMania match card should look like. We have the Divas match, Kelly and Maria Menounos versus Eve and Beth Phoenix. I'm not really interested in that one. And then there's Kane and Orton, which really doesn't have a ton of build-up behind it, but it's a way to get Randy Orton into WrestleMania against a pretty good heel opponent. And there is Team John Laurinaitis versus Team Teddy Long to become the general manager of both Raw and SmackDown, a 6-on-6 tag team match. I was actually really interested in this one because I want to see John Laurinaitis become the GM of both shows. And then there is Cody Rhodes against The Big Show for the Intercontinental title. And this one has some pretty decent build-up because Cody Rhodes has obviously been attacking Big Show for his losing at WrestleMania so many times. And I'm actually interested to see what goes on in that match. And then the Royal Rumble winner, Sheamus, is taking on Daniel Bryan for the World Heavyweight Championship match. And I really like watching both of these guys wrestle, so this was a match I was really looking forward to. And then we have the WWE Championship match, CM Punk versus Chris Jericho, and CM Punk is my favorite wrestler, and I like Chris Jericho as well, so I'm looking forward to that match between two great wrestlers. And then, of course, Undertaker versus Triple H, special guest referee Shawn Michaels in a Hell in a Cell match, end of an era match, and I'm really looking forward to this one because I was at Raw when Triple H agreed to the match and then said the stipulation of Hell in a Cell, and I'm just looking forward to another Undertaker and Triple H match. I liked last year's a lot, and I'm excited for this one, Hell in a Cell. And then, of course, the main event, The Rock versus John Cena. This match has had so much build-up. It was announced almost a year ago. And especially with the build-up from the last few weeks leading up to WrestleMania, ever since Elimination Chamber, and they started to have the focus on Rock and Cena and all these WrestleMania storylines, I think Cena has done a great job. I know a lot of people don't like Cena, but I've enjoyed his promos and the way they've built up this entire storyline with The Rock and him. And overall, with the match card and the title matches and the build-up, I think they've done a great job preparing for this year's WrestleMania. And I've been so excited for it to see The Rock versus Cena, Undertaker and Triple H, CM Punk and Jericho. Those are the main matches I'm looking forward to. Also, Team Johnny versus Team Teddy. So with all of these great matches and the good build-up they have for this year's WrestleMania, I'm hoping this is a very good show. I'm expecting it to be a phenomenal WrestleMania. And at first, with the whole John Cena and The Rock storyline, I was a little skeptical at first because I think a lot of people had the impression that this was going to be for the WWE Championship. When Cena won it during the summer, I forget what pay-per-view it was at or when he won it, but he was talking about how now that their match would mean even more at WrestleMania, and so a lot of people were expecting a gigantic run from Cena all the way from the summer to WrestleMania with the title, or at least winning it back at Elimination Chamber or sometime before then if he ever lost it. And I think it's good that they did not make this a WWE Championship match. It never needed to be a championship match. The fact that it's John Cena versus The Rock makes it big enough, and they've done a great job of building up. And I'm just looking forward to seeing the outcome of this match and the aftermath and just whatever is going to be going down. I know there's going to be some exciting moments, some memorable moments at this year's WrestleMania. The match card is phenomenal, and I'm hoping some big stuff goes down tonight, and that's why I'm really looking forward to it. And whenever I really watch a pay-per-view, I look forward to seeing if maybe somebody will return, and, you know, prime place for it to happen. WrestleMania, the biggest stage that WWE has to offer. So we're just going to have to see what happens tonight, but I'm expecting a great show, an awesome WrestleMania. And I'm just hoping this event can live up to the hype. And the gameplay here, I just wanted to simulate John Cena versus The Rock. And here you can see The Rock going for the rock bottom, and Cena reverses it, and he's going to turn it into an attitude adjustment. His second attitude adjustment of this match. Instead of going for a pinfall, he's going for a submission, and then The Rock just gets a rope break. And then John Cena is going to get one more move on The Rock and then go for the pinfall, try to win at WrestleMania over The Rock, and he gets the 3 count to go. And so in my simulation, John Cena is victorious over The Rock. But who do you guys want to see win tonight? John Cena or The Rock? Triple H or The Undertaker, CM Punk or Chris Jericho, Team Teddy, Team Johnny. There's a lot to be excited for at this year's WrestleMania. I'm excited to see everything go down tonight. So leave your guys' thoughts and predictions about WrestleMania. Who do you think is going to win certain matches? If you think anybody is going to return, I'm excited for tonight. I can't wait for WrestleMania 28 to kick off. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.